Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program which is called Tarot Monthly Horoscope for August 2019. And this is for you coming from Scorpio. So let me first shuffle my cards again. And the very first card which I go, before that, let me give you my email address. My email address is andyhoro9 Andy Horo 9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. Send me an email and I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Well, the first card that I'm going to pull will be to do with your first 15 days of August. And the subject is going to be your job. So let's see for you coming from Scorpio what it says. It's a card that's called the Wheel of Fortune. So you are under the control of destiny, which means that things can go bad. Don't show your arrogance. And worst of all, you can be let down, disappointed, or even played out in your job area. So any promises made to you earlier will not be kept in these 15 days, first 15 days of August. Keep that in mind. And even if you are promised a job somewhere else, I would advise you not to believe it too much because again, you could be played out or let down, promised a lot, and when you get there, you're not going to get what you need to get. So I would say play safe, stay where you are, where your job is concerned. It's not a card that breaks up a job, but it brings a lot of disappointment. So it's only 15 days of August, so be patient. The next card that I pull will be also for the first 15 days of August, and it's got to do with your business and finances for you coming from Scorpio. Now, in your business areas, my first worry is that whatever has been promised to you is going to become a disappointment. So, if you're promised business contracts or to meet people who are very powerful business contacts, there's some kind of treachery, which means you can be deceived in the first day, in the first 15 days of August. So it's better for you to stay on doing what you're doing and not to think of expanding or doing big things. It's not very safe for you. So just stay as you are. The next card that I'm going to pull for you for the first 15 days of August will be to do with your romance, whether old or ongoing romance. So let's look at this card. Now, there's going to be every chance with this card that if you find a new romance, it's not very honest to you and it's going to be deceitful or it's going to be disappointing you in some way. And also, this is a card on top of it, the card of ego. See that yellow moon there? And the ego, well, is you listening to me, so it's your ego I'm talking about. So don't, for the sake of wanting to feel important because you have met somebody important, don't think that you're safe. You're going to be very badly let down in this first 15 days. So be careful when you meet somebody of a new romance in the first 15 days, be cautious. If you have an ongoing romance, the advice is almost the same. It says that perhaps you don't want to let go because this person may be important, the one you're having romance with. But it would say be practical and be careful that something is happening behind the scenes which is not to your favor. So be a little detective to check on that, and you may just uncover something quickly. Now about your marriage and family. So let's see what the card says. Well, this is a much better card, much better card. The only thing about this card is that money is going out too freely. So if ever there's an unhappiness about your marriage, either you or your marriage partner is spending too freely. And therefore, the flow of cash going outwards seems to be a concern for you. Is you listening to me? So this message is for you. It says, yes, money coming in, not so much, money going out a lot. And therefore, there's going to be unhappiness because of that. So be gentle and talk nicely and advise your marriage partner to just hold on to planning to buy a new condo or a new house or something like that. Not advisable. Now we will go to the last 16 days of August. And let's see what this card say for the last 16 days. Well, let me first tackle your job area for you coming from Scorpio. Now, this is an excellent card where your job is concerned. Now it says whether you stay in your job that you have now, whether you change your job, is going to be an expansion of some kind. So, job wise, good news is coming. Your status will be better, perhaps more money will be seen, and definitely your circumstances are going to be much, much happier where the job is concerned in the last 16 days of August. Now let's go to the business and finances side and see what the card says. Well, this is the card of strength. That's what it's called. So you have the strength to be able in your business area to do the planning that you want. Is it that you want to take in or you attract a good business partnership so that you can have plenty of ability to expand? Or is it that you might meet somebody who is going to give you a very good business deal and happens to be a very good business contact for you? Either way, you have the ability of having strength in the last 15 days of August where your business is concerned. So go out and reach out for it. Look out for the contracts. Look out for the contacts. It's good for you. Romance, old and new, in the last 16 days. So let's see what happens. Well, this is not exactly the best card I expect for you. So what it says is that there's a lot of entanglement. It applies to a new romance or an ongoing romance. So if you find a romance in the last 16 days of August, tell yourself there are complications. You are not going to be happy with the outcome. So take your time and don't dive into it. And with your ongoing romance, if you are in a romance with somebody, there is a financial issue. The planet Mercury is there. There's a financial issue, and arguments and differences of opinion are really crowding you a lot. So in this area of romance, new or old, the last 15 days or 16 days, they provide some problems for you. So you just take it easy a little bit and you'll be better off. Lastly, your marriage and family areas. So let's see what the card says about your last 16 days. And in many ways, this is a good card. So where your marriage and family is concerned, you're very secure and you're very safe. So I'm not so worried about that. There's some delays in getting what you want, that's all. And so the marriage situation remains to be stable, and the ability to do what you want is also very stable. Only one situation is here. Again, a matter of finances. So one of you is spending too much money and therefore finances are becoming a bit tricky. So just look into the financial area that might cause some differences between you and your marriage partner in the last 16 days. Now I'm going to go to your lucky ages. So there will be some of these lucky ages who are coming from Scorpio and make them very lucky in the whole month of August for you coming from Scorpio. Well, there you are. It's a card of sunshine. And from this card, I can see many planetary signs all over the place here and there. It's written in a very coded way. And I'm going to say that lucky ages. And I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 23 or 32 or 41 or 50 or 59 or 68 or 77, you're going to be one very lucky person, whether in romance, old or new, whether in marriage, whether in job, business, finance, in any area. So you'll be the chosen ages to find a lot of sunshine